Last month, November, I decided that I was going to dip my toes into the panning pool, and I fully expected this to be as epic of a disaster as it was when I decided to do Shop My Stash videos last April. Thankfully, it seems that I've learned a thing or two since that video, and this actually went much better than expected. This panning project is the brainchild of Deb B. Her YouTube channel is her name, Deb B., and Danny of Danny's Makeup. They are part of the Fantastic Ladies collab group over on Facebook, and I found out about them through my good friend Andy and then Leanna Dalton. I'll have all of that information listed in the description box if you want to check it out. So what do cats and dogs have to do with panning makeup? It's just a way to make it a little more fun and to help you pick the products that you're going to put into the project. All of these prompts are related to cats and dogs. How we're going to go through this, I'm going to show you what I used last time and how they fit the prompts, tell you how I did with my usage goals. Then I figured out how to get my wheel on a spare phone so I can film and press the wheel at the same time. If you watch the other one, you'll know I had to do a screen capture, and anyway, much easier this way. And I'll tell you the prompts that we get, and then I'll stop for a second, go pick out my products, and come and talk about them. One of the things that kept me from getting into any kind of panning project in the past was the record keeping. And, I had people would put like marks on their products, or they'd take pictures and have befores and afters. And that is just way overwhelming for me. So this is my record keeping. You can see there's like makeup on here because this paper lived in the basket that had the products that were in it. The palette that's in there didn't fit. And then I just keep a pencil there too. And when I use it, I put a little tally mark. That's about as complicated as I get. There were people who said, oh, there's apps you can get, or you can make a spreadsheet. It has to be simple, or I won't do it. And then the other thing I learned from watching Andy and Leanna is to make my usage goals reasonable so that I didn't get overwhelmed and just throw up my hands in frustration and say I quit. So I did those things. Easy tracking, reasonable goals. And I really did a good job, you guys. Okay, so last time my first prompt was catnip, and that was a product that makes you lose your mind. And I selected my e.l.f. Microfine Stay All Night Setting Mist, and I had a usage goal of 15. I got to 13 uses, including today. Part of the problem is lately I've just been forgetting to put setting spray on. I don't even know who I am. It wasn't very long ago that I always put setting spray on, and now I don't always, and I don't know why, other than I just forget, and usually I'm in a hurry. So I got 13 uses on this, which means I didn't meet my usage goal. It has to stay in. I've only got 2 more. I'm going to be able to meet that by January, but this one stays in, so I don't get to pick a new prompt to replace it. I've got my notes here because I need to read these. The next one is Black Cat, and that's black packaging, product, or a Black-owned makeup brand, and the credit for this one goes to Corey Stepp. Or something you feel lucky to own, and the credit for that goes to Zoe Redstone. So I decided to go in the something you feel lucky to own version of that prompt rather than the black product or packaging or Black-owned brand. And I selected my Natasha Denona Retro Glam Palette. And I explained in the first video why I feel lucky to own this. But if you're new here, I'll give you the short version. I got it on Ipsy and I managed to snag it for $15. So I love it. It's my very first Natasha Denona and been really happy to use it. I set a usage goal of 5 on this, and I've actually used it 6 times, including today. I told you last time I would take pictures of the looks that I did with it, and I think I got 3 or 4 of them, so I'll be cycling through those up here as I talk. Now, today I used obviously the greens, but this does give a little bit more of a minty green. And so when I use the greens, I feel like it gives me a little bit more of a spring or summer look. I did do that in one of the looks, went with the mints, but I've also used the neutrals and the berries and just have really loved every look that I've done with this. Today, because I wanted it to be a little bit more olive, I did pull in my BH Avocado Toast and used this right here in the crease so that it wasn't quite so minty, and then brought in a little of this greenish gold right there on the front part of my lid because I wanted it to be more olive than mint. But I really love the formula and I definitely feel lucky to have it. So like I said, usage goal of 5, I used it 6. That means this one gets rolled out. Number 3 was ID tags, and that one was something that starts with the first letter of your name. My name is Tina. Hi, if you're new here, nice to meet you. I'm so glad that you decided to spend a little of your time with me today. And this one, I chose the Tarte Amazonian Clay bronzer that I got in an Ipsy, and it is called Park Avenue Princess. Now, at first, when I used this, I'm not opening this for a reason. You'll have to wait and see. At first, when I used this, I thought it was really patchy, and I wasn't happy with how it was performing, and that I was using this kind of fluffy brush here, and then I decided I would use a different brush, and I used this much denser brush. It's still fluffy, but it's very dense, and liked how it performed so much better with this denser brush than I did with the fluffy one. And I am wearing it today. It does give just a little bit of a glow, and I think it's really pretty. So I'm glad actually that I put this in this project and made myself use it 10 times because I found out that I actually really like it. And the other thing that happened is I hit pan. So that was also really exciting. And now I know that I like this bronzer and I'm going to continue to use it. But because I used it 10 times, it also will be rolling out. Number 4 was service or emotional support. And let me read what that says. It's on page 2. A product that never lets you down. And for that, I selected my number 7 Triple Action Lift and Illuminate Serum Foundation in Cool Vanilla. I think it's Cool Vanilla. Yes, Cool Vanilla. This had gotten really hard to find last year. And I noticed when I went looking for it that it does seem to be available again on the Target website. So I'm very happy about that. I set a usage goal again of 10. And with today, I used it 11 times. And this product, if I need foundation that's going to last all day long, like I put it on at 7 o'clock in the morning and it needs to go till 10 o'clock at night, this is the one I reach for because it does not let me down. And I did use it the required number of times, so it's going to roll out and I get to pick a new prompt. And finally, the 5th prompt that I chose was harness. And this is a product that you have to stop yourself from using because you love it so much. And this was a credit to Kim at Teacher Loves Beauty. And for this one, I put in my Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect. I think this is my 4th or 5th tube of this. Just love it. I have another one in backup when this one starts drying out. And for this, because it's something that I have to stop myself from using, I set a 10 usage goal, and then I couldn't use it again for the rest of the month. And it took me just 2.5 weeks to hit that goal, and then it just had to sit in this little basket and I couldn't touch it for the rest of the month. I didn't even use it for today's video because I thought that might be cheating. But anyway, met that goal and it is rolling out, and now tomorrow I get to use it again. Okay, so my basket now only has 1 product in it and I get to pick 4 new ones. All right, so here is the wheel. And the one that was chosen is Catitude. So I'm going to write these down. All right, I'm going to remove it from the wheel and spin again. When I get all of them, then we'll go back and see what they mean. Scooby-Doo. And we'll remove it. Number 3. You can see outside my window over there, and it's a beautiful day. Chihuahua. I gotta look to spell that. Okay. Take that one out. We got one more. Labrador Golden Retriever. Okay, so quickly, let's go through what these mean. Catitude is a product you wear when you're feeling sassy or feel sassy when you wear it. Okay, Scooby-Doo is a mystery item, and that's an item that came in a mystery bag or an item you've never tried before. Okay. Chihuahua says, a product the beauty community can't stop yapping about. That's funny. And then the last one is Labrador Golden Retriever. These are hunting dogs, and so a product you had to hunt down or was hard to find. All right, I'm going to turn off the camera for a minute, go find my products, and I'll be right back. All right, I got them all picked. I had to bring my daughter in to help me with one of them. I'll explain when I get there. So Catitude is a product you wear when you're feeling sassy or makes you feel sassy when you wear it. And for me, that's a red lip. Now, I don't wear red lip very often, so I set a usage goal of 5 on this, and I'm probably not going to be able to roll it out next month, but that's okay. So the one I put in here is from Wet n Wild, and this is their matte. I like a matte red lip because then it stays put in Wine Room. And I'm thinking I might be able to wear it for Christmas, probably wear it for New Year's. I did a look recently for a theater event, and I'll put that up here, and used a kind of a bronzy eye and a red lip, and I really, really liked how it turned out. Kind of thinking I might film that for a video for next week for New Year's. So anyway, so 5 on the Wine Room red lipstick. And then Scooby-Doo was a mystery item, something you got either in a mystery box or that you've never tried before. And I don't think I have anything in my inventory right now that I haven't tried. So I went the mystery box route, and I pulled in this powder from Complex Culture. This is the Set Go translucent powder in Clarity, and it's not my favorite powder, so it doesn't get a ton of use, but it's not a bad powder either. So I am actually going to set a 10 usage goal on this one. Right now I have my powders lined up in this container, and each day I pull one from the front, use it, and then it goes in the back. These along the side here are my under eye powders, so I'll use one and then put it in like that. And that's been working really well for me to make sure I'm cycling through my powders. So I'm still going to do that, but in between, this one's going to get a little extra love. Chihuahua was a product that the beauty community can't stop yapping about. And this was the one I called my daughter in on. Now, she doesn't watch a ton of beauty videos, but the first thing she came up with was the Flower Beauty Spotlight Liquid Illuminator. And this was for a long time, you know, the dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. And now, of course, e.l.f. has one, and they're just kind of all over. But I don't have a whole lot of this one left. And so I liked the suggestion. So that one's going in, and I am also setting a 10 usage goal on this. And again, not sure I'm going to meet that in 1 month because I don't wear this color highlight very often. It's a little bit more gold than the highlight I usually wear, but we're going to see what we can do. And then the last product that gets to go in is Labrador Golden Retriever, and because these are hunting dogs, this is a product you had to hunt to find, and I am going to put in the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base. I do believe this has been discontinued. I don't have a ton of it left in there, so this usage goal might end up actually using it up. I'm setting a 10 usage goal on it. I believe I had to get this one from eBay when I found it. Found out about it through Jen Phelps. This was her favorite pore smoothing primer, and I really do like it. I've been a little bit hesitant to use it because it's hard to find, but it's not like I don't have other pore smoothing primers if I do use it up. So 10 on that one. And so now I have my basket refilled with 10 products. I have my high-tech list with my usage goals listed that will go into my basket. And I'll update you in January on how it all went. This is just a fun way to dig into your makeup inventory, pull products that you don't normally reach for, and get some use out of them. If you're doing any panning projects, let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear what you're up to. If you want to see how I went through 63 makeup products in 1 year, I'm going to put my first video for my PUD project Use Up the Dribs and Drabs, right there. That might be something you want to get started in the new year. I do still have a basket of almost empty products that I focus on and try to use them up, and then I just show those in my empties once a quarter. If you like empties videos, I'll put one right there for you. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.